Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Chatter 15 Minutes of Fame. I am one of your hosts, Danielle Ward, and introducing Claron Sharif.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Claron Sharif, and you are not. Okay, I've always wanted to do that. Hey, everybody, welcome to our show, Chatter 15 Minutes of Fame. Let me ring that bell. Hey! So, today we are talking about why is your craft not supported? You do have those naysayers. Why? Is it because could it be jealousy, or could it be that they once wanted a career in acting, or is it simply that they're just not interested in what you do? Um, for me, I have too many stories, but I did have a family member tell me acting that's not a job. It's they may have even said it's ridiculous or stupid. That hurt my feelings, but I didn't let it stop me. Um, One story comes to mind. I used to work in a nursing home, and I was in a theater production at the time, and I was trying to get people to come because part of our job is sales, right?
Mhm.
I hate sales. I
Mm,
hate sales.
yeah.
I don't like sales, but it's part of my job. And so I mentioned it, and I said, "Hey, you want a flyer? Hopefully you can come for the show." Oh yeah, you get that a lot. Oh yeah, I'm interested. Sure. So I went and got the flyer, and when I came back, this person was gone. And so right then at that moment, I said, Claron, they're not interested. Take it for what it is. So the next day, I didn't mention it. I didn't say anything about it. I just know not to extend the invitation to you. Now, I would have preferred had this person said, that's really not my thing, but, the best of the best to you, whatever. I could accept that if you're not interested. But on the flip side, maybe some people don't know how to relay that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another incident, I was at my current job, and this person, we're no longer friends, uh, came in, we're talking. I said, hey, yeah, I'm working on a one woman show. If you remember, I mentioned it in a previous episode. I'm working on a one woman show, and she cut me off and started talking about something else. And I got ready to say something to repeat it. In fact, I think I did repeat it. It just fell upon deaf ears. I said, Claron, leave it alone. They're not interested. So I won't extend the invitation to you either. So, Danielle, how do you? I'm sure you've had some naysayers, and what's your story?
I will say, I do want to say that before I get to the naysay,
Yeah.
that I do have a lot of support. I don't have a huge like friend circle, which I like kind of. I have a tight group of day oneers and that support me to this day in any way that they can. And
Mhm,
I just want to throw a shout out to the triple D's. That's
mhm. I like
it's
that.
me, my friend Denise and Dan. And so when we travel, we call ourselves the triple D's.
I
But
like that.
they like would travel out of town with me if I would have film screenings or film festivals that a project I was involved in was they'd be like, when we leaving? And
Those are good friends. Hey,
seriously,
Denise and Dan.
these days triple D's. And so,
Yes,
I just want to throw that out there. And I have other supportive friends
yes.
too, but they're my traveling buds. So this one, and I wasn't even sure, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure if I should talk about this, but I will. And because it's family,
Mhm.
and the thing is, like, I'm okay. Like people that don't support me, like it's fine. I am not losing sleep. I am not laying my head down thinking, that person didn't support me, they didn't do this or they, so just
Why? Yeah.
right, you just know who supports you and give energy to them, you
Hmm.
know, give
Hmm.
that exchange of energy with those people. So when I moved here, I decided to move here. I needed like a clean slate and I needed to be somewhere where I could hear my own voice and really connect to what I was trying to do, whether it's writing, acting, just creatively, whatever that was, I needed to get away to do so.
Yeah.
And I was having dreams telling me that's another thing. My intuition, I just get a lot of incoming messages. And so it was important to me to leave. So
Hmm.
as I was driving here, there were some family members that were calling, and it surprised me because I, I don't talk to them regularly, maybe holidays or family functions, stuff like that. But um, so first they're like, "Why are you moving this and that?" And like I would tell them, and I feel like they didn't believe me. And then I was even joking, and I'll be like, "They think I'm coming out here to be a hoe or to be like." I did. I was like, "They think I'm coming out here to hoe," you know.
No.
So then later, like having conversations with them, like they said they didn't really realize they knew I was doing acting stuff. They knew when I was in the same state when they could have participated
Mhm,
or shown up for some of these things.
mhm,
I wasn't quiet about it, but like the minute I decided to pick my life up and move it across the country, 1,800 miles away,
mhm.
then came a lot of questions and stuff like that. And then like statements of support and everything. So in my mind, I'm like, where was the support when I was actively, consistently working in Illinois, shooting stuff, traveling for stuff? It
Mhm.
wasn't there. And I don't know, it just, I don't want to say it rubbed me the wrong way, but I was very confused.
Yeah.
Like, just like, why now? Like, why now? So
Yeah.
now I know they don't think I came out here to be like a hoe, I don't think. But but it's still kind of weird to me.
Yeah. You would
It
think
was an
that
opportunity to support me when I was an hour away.
yeah, yeah, you would think that those very people would be the ones to be behind you. Um, my mother was my number one fan, and she always supported my career. At the age of 10,
Mm,
that's when I knew, and she supported me the whole time. She's the one that introduced me to the arts, music, theater, uh, sculpting, whatever it was. She took a great interest in my career. And I have friends. I have a small group of friends. But there's several small groups, and they support me. I had a friend drive up to a performance I did about a year or two ago. Shout out to Vivian. She drove up here. Her and Terry. It was magnificent. And there's nothing like it. There is another little story when there's that lack of support amongst actors
mm,
themselves.
mhm,
That's big too. I did a theater show here some years ago, and I don't know if it was jealousy, or I think maybe this person just loved the limelight, like
mm,
being in the limelight, which is
mhm,
fine. So when it was time for us to go back after the intermission to go back on stage, she was back there talking. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go on, because usually she would go on first. It
mhm,
really didn't matter, I guess, who went on first, but I went. Now here's the wall. I'm on this side, and once you go on this side, that's the theater.
mhm,
So I'm right there. So Miss Thing comes along, walks past me, and stands right here. I said, "Oh," in my head. "Oh, we going out first? Oh, okay. Doesn't matter to me." I'm saying in my head, they're gonna see me anyway. And I thought it was petty.
mhm,
It was really petty. Whether you go on first or not, unless it's designed that way, that you go out first because you're the lead character, you're carrying show, that's a different thing.
Mhm.
But it's like, it's for real. Stop it. Don't do that. So, it means the world to me, that I have a small group of fans that support me.
Mhm.
And, yeah, you need it. You
Yep.
really do. And
Yep.
it helps when you have it from your other actors, and then you do the same in return.
Right.
Those that are worth investing in,
Right.
because there's some that,
Mm.
ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So,
Yep.
any more stories on your end?
Well,
Here we go.
so a little bit. So I worked with someone,
Mhm.
and I think this was probably the only job I had I've been really blessed. I will say that. Most places I've worked, where I work right now, super supportive. Back home, super supportive. Like, they were coming out to my functions and things.
Yes.
Um, but one of the jobs that I had out here, I had a supervisor that, was a little shady, but I was like, whatever. But
Mhm.
come to find out, she had been an actress herself when she was younger and
Okay.
had lived out in the LA area. I don't know her full story,
Mhm.
but like, when I was like, okay, I need to take these 4 days off because I'm about to, I'm about to shoot this film. It was like her brain was gonna explode. know, like, no eye contact, like, it was like, does not compute. But I felt like I was like, in her mind, I was just lesser than.
Mm.
Like, you're doing that? Like, yeah. That's that's what it was. And oh my God. Oh, I don't even want to tell this story. Someone had called me, and this day of, a director, and he was like, I know a short notice. Can you come out today?
Mm.
An actress, yada yada yada, whatever. I'm gonna pay you this amount. And I was like, oh, I should have just started throwing. I should have just started faking sick and being like, because that was a good gig. But
Yeah.
I was also like the next day leaving to go to Atlanta for something, for a workshop,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, I was like, I'm gonna get back to you. So I talked to my supervisor, and she's like, I've been meaning to talk to you, Danielle. You've been taking too much time off of work. Now, mind you, I know policy. I know how to read it and comprehend it. I was not taking you approving it. Like, you're
Right.
approving my time. You're approving it. Right.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so she was like, you're taking too much time. They're whispering about you up into I'm not gonna say what I was thinking, but I was
I
like,
know
you
exactly
lying.
what you
You a
mean.
fucking lie. I'm gonna bleep that out, y'all. But liar, liar, pants on fire. But it was like it would manifest in like ways like that because the time I was taking when I was flying out the next day was for like this filmmakers conference, which someone had gifted me like a scholarship to go. So I only had to pay for flight. Everything else was taken care of.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need friends like that.
Man, and I think stuff like that, it bothered her. Things like that bothered her. So,
Yeah, people like that have big insecurities, you know, maybe some regrets, the things that they
mm,
didn't pursue. But see, that's their own issue, their own fault, not not yours, not mine, or anybody else that experiences this. And that's unfortunate.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it really is.
I think there was a bit of classism because if I didn't work for her, if I was like her equal work wise, I don't think it would have been like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the dynamic was, here she is, here I am. How dare you do these things you're accomplishing, but if I was here or here, I'm
Hmm.
sure there would have been support. Or just like, good for you. When I say support, just like, congratulations. Where can I see your work? Where can da da da. Not like,
You
yeah.
know, appreciate my worth, my person, for who I am. Wow, that's deep. That's heavy.
Hmm.
What time are we at?
Oh, we're at time. 30
Okay.
minutes now. Yeah, we're getting good at this.
Yes, we are. We are. Well, I want to thank our audience out there for joining us on Chatter 15 Minutes of Fame. We will be back with some more episodes. And we are working on bringing guests on the show to join us. So please stay tuned and hang in with us. We appreciate your support
We
for
do.
15 Chatter 15 Minutes of Fame. Signing off.
Bye bye.